Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. I have another, if you can believe it, another neutral eyeshadow palette to try out for you guys today. I told you, neutral palettes are making a comeback, and this is from a brand I don't really feature that often on my channel. It's not just because I don't like the brand, I guess nothing really has caught my attention until now. And this is their new Dose of Colors She's a 10 eyeshadow palette. This is in honor of their 10-year anniversary. This palette retails for $52 on the Dose of Colors website, and here is the beautiful 15-pan color story full of matte and shimmer shadows. Of course, I ordered this directly from their website. Dose of Colors is sold at Ulta. Where else are they sold? I'm not too sure, but I've only seen it available as of right now on their website. This swatched out really well. I will say this shadow and this shadow look kind of similar to one another, but we'll talk about that in the final thoughts section. I'm going to be creating two looks with this beauty. If it is your first time here on my channel, let me just say hello and welcome to all of you. My name is Steph, and this is what I love to do. Love trying out new makeup, creating multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, just playing with makeup, trying to find out what works, what doesn't. If that sounds great to you, I'm going to invite you to become part of our makeup family. Click on that subscribe button, hit the bell next to it. That way you can be notified every time I drop a new video. I drop new videos all the time. There is never a lack of content here on my channel. And if you are getting back into neutrals, or maybe neutral palettes are just your thing altogether, give this video a thumbs up before you go. Everything that I have on, I will have it linked in the description box, and some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. If you guys want to see the two looks I'm about to create with She's a 10, keep on watching. Now, I've already primed my eyelids with my favorite eyeshadow primer of the moment, and that comes to us from Drizzle. This retails for $7.50, and I do have a discount code with them. It is Steff10. That will give you 10% off of your order. It is an affiliate code, so if you do end up shopping through it, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. My eyes, guys, have been itchy and watery all morning, so if they look a little funky, like right here in the inner corners, that is why. There is really not much I can do about it, which is why I'm only creating two looks today instead of three. So let's dive into this beautiful color story. We have some warm tone, primarily warm tones, but we are getting a couple cool tones in here. Again, I told you guys that this shade and this shade swatch very similar to one another, so I think we could have used maybe a lighter silver instead of this shade, but let's start playing with this palette because it did swatch out pretty well. I think I'm going to start first with this shade right here. This one is called Birthday Suit. And I'm taking Birthday Suit on a BK Beauty 201. Now, when I ordered this palette, I wasn't sure because Melt Cosmetics also dropped, oh, and there's a lot of kick up in the pan. You have to be careful when you're dipping your brush in. But Melt Cosmetics also dropped a new eyeshadow palette, and it was a neutral one as well. So I thought, well, I need to make a decision. Do I want the Melt one, or do I want to get the Dose of Colors? I chose Dose of Colors just because I recently reviewed the new Melt Electric palette, and since I hadn't tried Dose of Colors in quite some time, I thought you guys might be interested in this one. And this shadow is beautiful, very pigmented. I think it looks true to maybe a little bit darker than what it looks in the pan, but there's quite a bit of kick up in the pan, so just be really careful. Oh, and I also want to mention, guys, I picked up a little sponge, a little makeup sponge. They had a collection. It was a full collection in honor of their 10-year anniversary. There were some, I think, eyeliners and lip products. I just chose to get the palette and the sponge. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really glad that they're putting out new stuff because I hadn't seen anything new from them in quite some time. I think the next shade I'm going to go in with is actually going to be this red shade down here. This one is called Red Velvet. I'm taking Red Velvet on a BK Beauty A502. We'll work that on the outer corner. We'll also bring it into the crease. I can honestly not remember the last time I've bought something from Dose of Colors. I think it was one of their maybe 5 or 6 pan palettes. That was the last time I bought, and that's been like 2 years ago. So it was time. It was time for me to revisit the brand. I've always enjoyed their eyeshadow palette formula. as well as their lipstick formula. Like lipstick and lip gloss, I always thought they had a really nice formula. Wow, that shade kind of just took over. I'm gonna have to add back some of Birthday Suit. Going back in with a little bit of Birthday Suit right up here. Well, these are blending very well. They're super pigmented. Now I think I'm gonna go in with this brown shimmer shadow. This one is called Showstopper. I'm taking Showstopper on a damp BK Beauty 209. Just gonna focus it out here. We'll do something different for that inner portion. That is really pretty. Now with that same brush, I'm going to go into this shadow right here. This one is called Dose Party. Same brush, I did spray it. Oh, that is so pretty. So far this palette is performing really well. Not really getting any fallout either. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go into this shade called Shots. Taking that on a BK 210. Now with that same brush, I'm going back in with Dose Party and just dragging it down. And I did spray the brush again. I think that is so, so pretty. You guys know I play a lot with colorful makeup, but you know, I like a good neutral palette. There are days when you just need some neutrals, you know? You don't want to do anything too colorful. And I think this is turning out to be a beautiful palette. I'm going to add some finishing touches and I'll be right back to show you this completed look number 1. So here is the completed look number 1. I just used some black eyeliner, Wet n Wild Breakup Proof on the top lash line, and my little one from Give by Gwen Stefani in the lower waterline. It is the shade Spiderwebs. The mascara I'll be wearing in today's video is the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. I love this one. And I love the way this look turned out. A very wearable, everyday look, or maybe this is going to be an evening look for some of you. But I loved it. Everything was so easy to blend out, and I love the shimmer shadows. Really pretty. Let's move over to the left eye, and we'll start working on look number 2. So for look number 2, I want to do something with like these silver and gray tones. So I'm going to start in with this shadow here. This one is called That's Cool, and then the matte black is called 2023. And I'm taking That's Cool on a Rephr 14. You want to dig in, not dig in, but when you dip into the pan, you want to dip in very lightly because, yeah, there is quite a bit of kick up in the pan, and you don't want that shadow to be spreading out into the other pan. So just be really mindful of that, really careful when dipping in your brush, especially when it's like a blending brush like this. Okay, so I love the blend of the shadow. Now with the same brush, I'm going to dip into the matte black, which is called 2023. Dip in very lightly because this is going to be super pigmented. That's a good matte black. Okay, I think we have a really nice blend going on. Now I'm going to go in with that silver shimmer. This one right here is called 10 Years. And I'm taking the shade on a damp Rephr 21. That is beautiful. Dark smoky eye. Now I think I'm going to pick up a little bit of this shade right here. Let's see. No, not that one. Let me try this one right here. This one is called Yes. And I'm going to put that right in the center. Oh yeah, it just gives some added sparkle. Now I'm going to go in with this dark matte brown called Birthday Wish. I'm taking that on a BK 204. I'm going to focus it just halfway. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Cheers for the lower lash line inner corner. Taking that on a damp Beach Cosmetics pencil brush. Like, I wish this shade was maybe a lighter silver. I just feel this shade and Dose Party are too similar in shade. You can see I have Dose Party over here and then Cheers over here. They're just too similar. I'm going to add a little bit of the shade 2013 to the brow bone. I'm using that same little Beach Cosmetics pencil brush. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up this look. Some finishing touches, and I will be right back to show you the completed look number 2. So this is a completed look number 2. Dark, smoky gray eye with just a little bit of brown on the lower lash line. For the lower lash line though, I didn't use black or brown. I actually used blue, and it's this one from Urban Decay. It is in the shade Sabbath. Same mascara and Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner on the top lash line. I love the way these two looks turned out. This palette, I think, is a 10. I think she is a 10 as the palette is named. Let me go ahead and wrap up today's video and I'll share with you guys my final thoughts. Alright guys, so I managed to use 13 out of the 15 shades in this palette. I didn't get to use this shade over here and I didn't get to use this shade down here, but I have no doubt that those two shades are going to perform just as well as the other ones do. Again, be very careful when you're dipping into, in particularly the matte shadows. There is quite a bit of kick up in the pan, but these are easy to blend and they are super pigmented. Start with a little bit on your brush and just build into your desired pigmentation. I think it is a solid neutral palette, and if it's been a while since you've tried anything from Dose of Colors like me over here, this anniversary palette would be a great one to pick up. I loved it. I think it is really good. Again, I think we're really going to be seeing a lot of neutrals making their way through 2023 into 2024. She's a 10 is definitely a 10, and it's getting 2 thumbs up for me. $52. They do have a coupon. I think if you sign up for like the emails and texts for like 20% off. Not too sure if they're running any Memorial Day sales, but I'm not too sure when this video is going up to where you would be able to take advantage of that. But I think it is a beautiful palette. I hope this goes to Ulta because I think it's Ulta the one that sells Dose of Colors. I think it's really beautiful, and if you're looking to update your neutral palette wardrobe, why not go with this one from Dose of Colors? So let me know what you thought of these two looks. Which one was your favorite? I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I'm going to see you all very soon. Bye.